Hello everybody, I'm a Rainbow, and the new wiring update, the red wiring update, is completely off the hook. It is amazing. It's a new tech web and all sorts of things that you can build and make and create. There's triggers, there's wiring, there's input output signals, and gates, OR gates, all kinds of stuff. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. You will learn because it is awesome. I am not going to try to cover everything. If I did, it would just take forever. I literally take a long time. I will try and hit the basics, try to show you the ins and outs so you can jump in and get started when this thing is out. And I'll cover the tech web a little bit. I'll go over all the different items so you can kind of get a look at those at the end of the video. So you can, if you want to watch that, great. If you don't, no worries. So, all right, let's jump in and get started. There is so much here that I'm not even going to try to explain it all, but I am going to try and give you the basics of what's involved and how to use things. So let's jump in real quick and I will try to explain and hit the highlights and let you go off and experiment on your own. All right, let's get to it. The first thing we have is wire, and this is wire. All right, it looks like this. It's red and it connects things, and it allows you to connect one device to another, an input to an output, as it were, and that's what it's for. Now, if you'll notice, this button right here works just like a button, holds down for a second or three and then pops back up. And it has like a little diamond or a square shape on it. This is an output. You know it's an output because it sticks out. This device right here, it's actually an AND gate. You notice it has an output and an input, and it actually has two inputs. I'm not going to talk about all of that right now, but most of the devices have an input, an output, or both. And the simplest way to remember that is an output puts a signal out, an input receives a signal. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. So we hook up the output to the wire. We connect the wire to the circuit. We press the button. We see the circuit go. Nothing obviously happens. That's because we have a big colored block right here that is not connected. So, and you see this is an input. We're going to take this input, we're going to make sure it's connected to the wire. Now when we press it, it lights up. All right, and this is just a momentary switch, and there it goes. One of the things you'll notice is that older items that are already in the game that you've been using a long time now have input or output ports. For instance, the springboard and the teleport pad both have output ports. So when the spring pad activates, you see it change. You can hear it activating under me. It has an output. All right, the wire lights up. Same thing with the teleport pad. Oops, can't quite see that one. I tell you what, I know how to fix this. Let's do it this way. And you notice it's lit up over there, right? Okay, because as I went through it, what if I go back the other way? Same thing. Doesn't matter. If it activates, it turns on the wire. So this is just a note. There's all kinds of items that have them. The fan, you'll just have to look and see. We're not going to get into all of those, but know that. We've got two other devices here. One is a signal extender. You notice it looks like a plus sign, and a signal delay. It looks like a negative sign. All right, I'm not going to cover both of these, but I am going to show you how they work. We'll add that into the circuit right there. So you see it's a delay. Press the button, and it holds it on for just a second. The interesting thing is these can be stacked. Oops, if I put them on right, you can stack them, activate them, and see how it holds the circuit in place. Now, let's add something else to this. This is an AND gate, and I've added it to our circuit. When I press the button, notice nothing happens. That's because logic gates depend on two or more signals coming into them and a decision being made. All right, I'm not going to cover all the different logic gates, but just keep that in mind. Logic gates are looking for two or more signals so they can make a decision, on or off, based on the input they get. Notice I've got two switches hooked up right now. I press one, nothing happens. Press the other, nothing happens. But if I press them and they're both on at the same time, signal activates and stays on. That's how logic gates work. All right, whether they're on or off, they're looking for input and then they output a signal based on what they get. This allows you to make some very complex circuits. All right, this is a pulse gate. When you go through it, it's like a switch. It activates. So if you go through it, it'll activate. All right, this is where I meant by two different inputs into a gate activating a signal. So we press a button and we move and something can happen. Yep, there is so much on this tech web that I almost don't know where to start. I am not going to explain everything. I'll just hit the basics. Wire. So in the center we have a wire. Next to it on the left, a large pulse button, small pulse button, and a powered block. Above those we have trapped wood. We have the wireless transmitter and the wireless receiver. Then we have a pulse gate and a smaller pulse gate. Below that, we have a small pulse extender. We have a small pulse delay. We have a big pulse extender. We have a big pulse delay. We have a tiny pulse delay. Then we have, down at the bottom, we have the screens, 2x2, 4x4, 1x1, and a computer monitor. Above those, we have the logic gates. We have an AND gate, an OR gate, a NOT gate, an XOR gate, and a flip-flop. To the right, we have hidden long wire, hidden corner wire, hidden short wire. Below that, we have radioactive signs, steering wheel, a barrel, a hazmat suit, powered two-way teleporter, powered teleporter exit, powered confetti cannon, big powered spring pad, small powered spring pad, retracting spikes, and big retracting spikes. Up above, we have a hidden door, another hidden door, all the hidden doors. Then we have wooden doors and a grate door. And then we have the key dispenser, the keyhole, the locked door, and the big locked door. All right, everybody, that's the wrap up. I can't wait for you to get in here and have fun with it. I can't wait to see what the community builds with all these new tools. It's just going to be phenomenal. All right, everybody, y'all be good. Take care now.